Hi everyone. So first off, if you can see my phone in the corner of the video, like right here, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the reference. So I try to zoom in and out accordingly. So just ignore that. I'm sorry. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about some advice I would give to beginner artists because I always see on Reddit some of these questions that some artists have, usually beginners, and I just want to give my 2 cents on it. So, when I first started drawing, way back when, in 2016, I didn't take it seriously until I think 17 or 18. But back in 2016, my drawings were god awful. I still have a lot of them, if not most of them, and they're so ugly. They're bad. Everything's wrong about them. That's the thing. You can't be afraid of things looking bad. You also can't be afraid of messing things up. One, drawing's hard, and I always see sometimes people are like, oh, it's been like a week or a month or all this, and I still suck. But unless you're putting in copious amounts of time every single day, it's gonna take a long time. Drawing is, in my opinion, a very hard skill to learn. Maybe there's always gonna be that group of people that just pick up on things easier than others, but I think for the normal person, it's not easy at all. And you really have to push through that and be kind of dedicated to learning and understanding that it's gonna look bad, but you can't sit there and be like, oh my gosh, this is so ugly, this is so awful. Just keep practicing. But I also understand that it does feel bad when you want to draw something and it doesn't come out the way that you see it in your head, because I still deal with that. So ultimately, what it comes down to is not being so hard on yourself and just accepting that it's going to take a while to learn and to actually get better, and don't dwell all the time on things looking awful. And then that leads me to my next point. Secondly, I always see people that are like, I don't want to draw anymore. I don't want to do this. Drawing makes me feel really bad. Art makes me feel awful about myself. And if that's the case, take a break. It's not really that hard. I've taken many breaks on art because I've been there. There are times in my life where I sit down and I'm like, this isn't for me. This isn't what I love. And it is what I love. It is for me. It is my passion. It's everything to me. But I get that there are times where it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere because it's hard. Like, that's just what it is in art. But then again, like I said, it comes down to dedication. I've always come back to it. And if you're feeling bad about it or anything like that, just take a break. Just step away from it. If anything, you'll probably come back better. Granted, if take that time to look at other artists, like on social media, go to art museums. That's like my favorite thing when I don't have any inspiration. Read books, watch YouTube videos, experiment. Nothing has to be perfect. When you make art, it doesn't have to be perfect. It should be fun, it should be expressive, and there's really no need for things to be perfect. Like, all my drawings, they are not perfect at all. I sit there, like, I have so many scrapped things of shit where I'm just like, why? But you have to step back and realize it doesn't have to be perfect. It just matters that you're doing it. It's like the act of it. The product is just, the product's the product, but it's the act and it's the passion of it. But yeah, it gets hard sometimes, but you gotta be okay with putting in time, putting in work, understanding that you're not gonna be perfect right off the bat. You gotta be okay with things not looking good, but you gotta come from a standpoint of you're having fun. Try to have fun, try and experiment. Don't get hung up on perfectionism. Don't get hung up on if you're getting views, if you're getting likes, if you're getting anything. Do it because you like to do it. Make it because it doesn't exist and you want to see it exist. Don't make it because you want to, you could wish for an art career, like, that's no problem, but don't get hung up on that whole idea that it's going to happen right away, or that nobody wants it because it's bad. You got to put in, like anything, you got to put in work to get better if that's the results you want. But You have to be okay with just have fun with it. Like, I think people take it too seriously sometimes. It is not that serious, honestly. And then that leads me to another point. I see people that are always like, oh, I gotta hate comments. Everybody hates it. What do I do? From the hate that I've gotten, people say it looks unfinished. People say things are unnecessary. People say things, why did you do that? Why didn't you do this? It's like, at that point, you gotta believe in yourself and you gotta believe in your craft. You kind of have to ignore those people. Just delete it and block it and go on with your life. So the moral of the story here is stop being so hard on yourself. Art doesn't have to be perfect. Just gotta keep doing it. You'll get better over time if you keep doing it. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't take what these people on the internet say to heart, and just be accepting that these things take time and it's not impossible. You just have to be dedicated and you have to find that passion. You know, the passion to create and the passion to be creative. Anyway, thank you for joining me here at my TED Talk. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, like and subscribe, comment. You can message me if you need to, whatever you gotta do, and I will see you in the next video. Also, this is on wood. This is acrylic ink on wood with colored pencil and some watercolor markers. Alright, enjoy the rest of the video.